Here is the national news. First, the top stories. Drum Festival kicks off in Abeokuta with cultural troops from Africa and the US. Pensioners to honor Amosu, five other governors for not owing pension. Pleased to recruit 31,000 officers yearly for the next 5 years. And Customs redeploys 38 of its controllers in massive shakeup. Good morning, I am Chienye Egwuonwu, bringing you the details of the news shortly. The 2017 Africa Drum Festival, hosted by the Ogun State government, has taken off in Abeokuta with cultural troops from several African countries and America. The cultural troops are from Benin Republic, Togo, Burkina Faso, Congo-Brazzaville, Ghana, Haiti, and the US. Within the country were cultural troops from Imo, Bayelsa, Katsina, Kano, Osun, Oyo, Imo, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Lagos, and Abuja, while Cuba sent an observer team. The festival was opened with cultural display by some of the cultural troops, including those from Togo Republic, the Benin Republic, Akwa Ibom, and Lagos states. In attendance at the festival were Governor Ibikule Amosu, Governor Seriaki Dixon, as well as representatives of governors of Oyo, Ondo, Katsina states, and Information and Culture Minister, who is attending an event in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. Others at the festival were the Oni of Ife, the Alafi of Oyo, the Alake of Igbaland, the Olowu of Omuegba, the Olu of Ilaro, the Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, and several traditional rulers. The three-day festival ends on rocking. The Ogun State chapter of the Unity Party of Nigeria (UPN) has deepened with the suspended state chairman of the party, Mrs. Olufumilayo Ogini, heading for court to challenge her indefinite suspension. Ogini, speaking to Rock City FM in an interview in Abeokuta, faults her suspension, accusing the partner of not following the due process. Ogini says that a suit has been filed at an Abeokuta High Court against the party to clear her name of the alleged fraud. The state secretary of the party, Alhaji Maruf Popola, had last March 20 announced the suspension of the state chairman on the recommendation of the disciplinary committee, who accused her of diverting 1.2 million naira taxes paid by some of the UPN candidates for the October 8, 2016 council's poll. But the suspended state chairman dismisses the allegation, insisting that every UPN candidate cleared by the Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission (OCSEC) paid taxes to the state government. 30 state governors are owing pensions, according to the National Union of Pensioners. The union names governors not owing pensions as Ibukule Amosu of Ogun State, Akinwumi Ambode Lagos, Ibrahim Badru Jigawa, Simon Lalong for Plateau, Willie Obiano Anambra State, and Abdullahi Gaidam of Yobe, as well as the Federal Capital Territory. The union spokesman Bumi Ogunkolade, who made this known in a statement, says the 6 governors will receive awards at the forthcoming quadrennial delegate conference of the union on Wednesday next week. According to him, the state governor, who prioritizes the welfare of workers on the payroll of their administration, deserve the honor. State government is to undertake the physical verification of all the pensioners on its payroll. Permanent Secretary in the State Bureau of Pensions, Mr. Babatunde Agbade, says the exercise will take off at St. Sebastian Cathedral Hall in Ijebode between May 3 to 5 for pensioners in the area. On Monday, May 8, the exercise will move to the Treasury Cash Office, Ibiade, for those in Varaxis, at the Treasury Cash Office Ijebu-Igbo between May 9 and May 10 for pensioners in Ijebu-Igbo. On May 11 and May 12, it will be the turn of pensioners in Shagam to undergo screening at the Treasury Cash Office, Shagam. For pensioners in Iblaro Axis, they will be screened on May 16 and May 17 at the Treasury Cash Office, Ilaro, and at the Multipurpose Town Hall, Ayetoro, for pensioners in Ayetoro Axis, and later on May 18 and May 19 at the Treasury Cash Office, Ota. It will be rounded up in Abeokuta between May 22 and May 26 at the Abeokuta Grammar School, Idiaba. The permanent secretary directs the pensioners to come along with copies of their authority letter and 2 passport photographs for the verification exercise. West State governors are to meet in Abeokuta to deliberate on the fresh security posed to the region as well as its overall development. The meeting, scheduled for Monday next week, will discuss several security issues, including the influx of suspected militants into the region. Secretary to the Ogun State Governor Taiwo Adeoluwa, in a statement, says the meeting will also evaluate key areas of cooperation among the states in the region for unity, progress, and development. The Southwest Governors meeting had already been hosted by Oyo State in Ibadan and Ekiti State in Ado-Ekiti. Force Headquarters plans to recruit 31,000 police officers yearly for the next 5 years to beef up the depleting strength of the force. Under the program, additional 155,000 police officers will be enlisted during the 5-year period. Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the South-South region, Emmanuel Iyang, made this known while addressing officers and men of the Bayelsa State Police Command in Yenagoa. Iyang says that Force Headquarters has sent its request for the proposed recruitment to President Muhammadu Buhari for approval. The proposed recruitment of additional 155,000 officers, according to him, will reduce the workload of officers who now work up to 8 to 12 hours daily and meet the United Nations requirement of 222 policemen for every 100,000 people. At the moment, the force has 375,000 police officers and men, including the recently recruited. The Comptroller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, retired Colonel Hamid Ali, has approved major deployment of customs controllers. 48 customs controllers, according to the agency's spokesman John Atta, are moved in the massive redeployment. One of the redeployed controllers, M.J. Majugu, was moved from Sokoto, Kebbi and Zamfara State Command to the Ogun State Command to take over from Hassan Dagangwa. Also, the Comptroller General Compliance team had been disbanded and a new one reconstituted. Intending couples in Kaduna State will have to undergo medical screening before they could wed, according to a bill just passed by the State House of Assembly. Under the bill titled Pre-Medical Examination Bill 2017, any couple who fails to undergo the screening before wedding will be liable to a fine of 100,000 naira or 6 months jail, or both. The bill says the sponsors aims at determining the health status of intending couples and their compatibility before they wed. The bill stipulates that the first medical screening must be conducted 3 months before the marriage and the second test 2 weeks before the wedding. You're still listening to the national news on Walk City 101.9 FM. Up next, we bring you business and sports news. Please. Now on the business scene, Akwa Ibom State received the highest allocation from the Federation account in the year 2016. The oil-producing state collected a total of 116.6 billion naira during the period. Nigeria Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative (NETI) made this known in its quarterly review of the Federation Account Allocation Committee released in Abuja. The agency lists Lagos State as second with 109.3 billion naira, while Rivers State, which reduced the third highest allocation of 103.98 billion naira. The states that received the least allocation from the Federation account during the period are Kwara with 30.08 billion naira and Ebonyi with 30.09 billion naira. Finally, in the national news is the sports news. About 30 football fans are now feared dead in the southern Nigerian city of Calabar after a high-tension cable reportedly fell, leading to their electrocution late on Thursday. The fans had gathered at a viewing center in Atimbo area of Calabar to watch the UEFA European League game between the Manchester United and RSC Anderlecht. The live high-tension cable reportedly broke off from its anchor and fell on the viewing center, which housed the fans, causing panic. The exact official figure of casualties still cannot be ascertained, but around 30 people are reported to have been killed in the incident. That was the national news, and just before we go, the major stories once again. Drum Festival kicked off in Abeokuta with cultural troops from Africa and the US. Pensioners to honor a morsel 5 other governors for not owing pension. Pleased to recruit 31,000 officers yearly for the next 5 years. And Customs redeployed 38 of its comptrollers in massive shakeup. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you very much for listening. I am Chienye Egwuonwu. Good morning.